Your court television news starting now.
Good evening, my friends, and welcome to episode number 4 of the NJ Courts TV news channel. I'll be your host this evening, NJ Courts in the house. Man, I'm still haven't figured out how to nail that intro, man. I always fuck it up in some way, but hopefully you guys get the gist of the messages, which is me just basically saying, hello, welcome, and thank you for taking your time out of your Tuesday evening, especially for my friends on the East Coast, because I know it's already getting a little late. It's about 10-ish. For my friends on the West Coast, it's 7 dinner time-ish, so I appreciate you taking some time out of your din to join me. But we've got a really interesting show this evening. Going to play some really interesting clips, some that you may have seen, some that you may have not seen. We're going to discuss some really interesting information. We're going to discuss all the topics you saw in the title of today's episode / thumbnail. And we've got some other news and clips that I'm going to be sharing that you may not have seen as far as, scattered up on the thumbnail picture as far as the things that we're going to be discussing this evening. But just to give you a really quick rundown of tonight's itinerary, we're going to be discussing the recent arrest of the live streamer known as BrandonQue. And if that name sounds familiar, it should be, because a whiles back, we did do a little bit of coverage on BrandonQue. At the time, I don't even think he was really live streaming. He was just a viewer / vegan patriot simp. If you guys remember, BrandonQue is the guy that she visited in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and was invited to spend the night at, and it ended up just being kind of a fiasco. We shared the clip from that vegan patriot stream and discussed, what happened. There was no legal charges or anything that were pressed against him. No arrests were made that evening. It was just a matter of what happened that evening is why it was discussed on our channel at that time. Tonight, we're going to be playing a clip of exactly what happened and why he was arrested. I can tell you right now, he has not at this point been charged with anything. I had a lot of people reach out to me that were wondering whether he had been charged, whether he had been booked. The night that he got in the incident, and I'm going to get more into this once we get to the BrandonQue coverage, he was actually, according to him, booked into a hospital, okay? I do believe that story just based on the fact that same evening, the evening that he was allegedly arrested, I was able to check the database of the local jails in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and he was not checked in, and he was never released. So I do believe his story for the most part, but we're going to discuss, what happened as far as the incident. We're going to discuss the outcome, and we're going to go a little bit into BrandonQue's criminal history record. Now that he's a live streamer and a public figure, I think you all should have the right to know who this person is and, what he's been up to since he's turned 18 and his public record's been made public. But it's no bueno, okay? I almost want to say he's probably tied Skimask, or maybe even just pulled ahead of the individual that I've covered that had the most, now, these weren't necessarily convictions, but the most charges charged against him that either ended up being dismissed, he took a plea deal, or he pleaded guilty to some of them. And we're going to go over that once we get to the BrandonQue update. But first, what I have to go over with you guys this evening, well, one, I want to say hi to everybody coming in the chat, so that way we can give some time for the notifications to go out, and also to check to see if I'm even live or I'm not muted or anything like that. But hopefully the quality of the sound is getting better. Just in case you didn't notice, I don't have the soundboard out, so I'm sure Roofer is probably excited about that. But I wanted to try something different. So whenever I use the soundboard, I have to plug in my microphone using a 3.5 audio jack. Versus doing it digitally, which is using the USB-C to USB whatever A. So now I have this plugged in digitally, which when you plug it in digitally, you're able to control like the gain. You can do a lot. You can add some filters. So I added a filter, for example, that should keep me from getting distorted. So hopefully the sound is going to be a little bit better than from the last episode. But we'll play with it. I eventually do want to bring back the sound effect board, but ultimately, if the sound is just going to be that much better without it and going digitally versus analog, I guess you could say, we'll just go that route. So you guys let me know in the comments, let me know in chat what you think of the sound, if I need to get closer. With this type of mic, being that it is on the high-end side, I should be able to sit back here, and you guys should be able to hear me just fine. I do hear myself just fine on the headphones, but again, let me know if I'm coming in distorted or if you want me to come in with a little bit louder input as far as the microphone gain, or if you need me to lower it, all right? Thank God, no soundboard. Oh, looks like Sicilian Prince is not a fan of it. What up, Nanny Paz? What up, Sicilian Princess? What up, Queen Mother? What up, Riot Coke? What up, Incel Bin Laden? I don't know if that's the real IBL, but if it is, good evening. What up, ICU? Good to see all my friends in chat and all the members of the jury. Thank you for my mods for being here this evening. I know it was a late notice, so I appreciate your hard work. What up, HIV1? What up, Violet Star? What up, Jonathan? What up, little man Tate? Roofer in the house! What up, Roofer? What up, Barebone? BrandonQue will beat the charges. I believe in him. Well, there's no charges for him to beat yet, so. And I honestly don't think there's going to be any charged against him, so. But I know, and you know, a lot of people I know were trolling him in chat, or for, you know, whatever reason may have thought that he was charged or arrested or booked. He was arrested. Okay, and you're going to see that in the clip we're going to watch. But he technically, from what I've been able to look into, was not booked, okay? And according, again, to him, he said that he was checked into a hospital and then was released the next day sometime in the afternoon. That I do believe, just based on the fact, like I said, when I checked into the records as far as booking records in the local jails in Albuquerque, there was no booking information on him, and there was no release information on him. So I've also put in and submitted a FOIA request for all his booking information, if there is any, and as far as any, you know, arrest or incident report information. So we'll find out soon once they fulfill that request, because obviously if he wasn't booked, they're going to say there's no booking information. If he was booked and say he was lying, well, we'll find out. So as soon as I get that information, I'll share that with you. I just put in that request, I think late last week. I think it was Friday, or it might have even been yesterday. I can't remember. But either way, it takes about 2 to 3 days usually. Could be more before they'll get back to me. So as soon as they do, I'll let you know what they said. But if you ask me what my opinion is, I, for the most part, think what he's saying as far as the outcome of, you know, him being arrested, being released to the hospital, and then being released the next day, that I do believe as far as his story. I think he's been alleging that he's apologized or made, I don't know, or excuse me, I'm not even going to go there. We're not even going to assume that. I think he was saying that he was going to try to make good with the homeowner that he was trespassing and did a little, what I consider, some property damage on, or at the very least, if there wasn't any property damage, could sure at least apologize. That was his words. Whether he's done that or not, I don't know. But as far as any legal actions that have been taken against him from this last incident, I haven't seen any. So, but like I said, we are going to look into his criminal history record, because that's very interesting. I mean, I'll just say this. This guy is probably acting the way he does, especially for his age, based on the fact that he's, for whatever reason, gotten a lot of breaks. And you're going to see what I mean. It's amazing, the charge. I mean, this guy's had almost every type of charge you can imagine charged against him, okay? And, you know, I mean, yeah, police aren't going to be 100% right, but for the most part, generally when they arrest you, it usually means you did something for them to need to arrest you, right? Now, whether the prosecutor, you know, ends up charging you in court, that's a different story. Whether they offer you a plea deal that ends up getting those charges dismissed, that's a different story, okay? But we can say that he was arrested at some point, and he went through the court system, okay? So we're going to share a little bit of that information with you guys once we get to that. But before we do, like I said, I want to finish saying hi to everybody. I'm going to share with you quick updates on what happened with EBZ's court hearing, because remember, I just had a little bit of a half-ass update. So I'm going to complete that update for you. I got his next court date hearing for you. We're also going to give you an update as far as Saint. So I'll tell you what's going on with him. We've got a quick update as far as Action Man. I know I did one on our last episode number 3, but just in case you didn't catch that, since his hearing is being heard in the same county as EBZ, I just went ahead and pulled up his information, and I'll just go over that real quick with you. So let me just get over those 3 quick updates with you. Then we're going to rock and roll into the BrandonQue coverage. We're going to segue into the Skimask Andy latest crying scam robbery, phone robbery number 15 of the last 6 months, whatever you want to call it, bullshit. We're going to watch a clip regarding that and discuss it. Then we're going to jump into the Rekieta court case. It's been a while since I've given you guys an actual, real, detailed update, and we've got a really good one for you. So, for those of you that have been following the case and maybe haven't been following some of the other channels that have been actively covering it a lot better than I have, don't worry, I got you, okay? I got a really good update for you on that case. And then we will finish up today's episode discussing what cases are going down tomorrow, because there are 2 court hearings going down tomorrow, just in case you didn't know. And I'll get you a reminder when we get to that part, all right? So, hopefully you guys are ready for a nice evening. Cheers if you're drinking an adult beverage. I'm just drinking a little hot cocoa tonight. But for those that are getting a little crazy, cheers to you. I think we stopped here at Barebone. So let's continue up. What up, 03? Miss Chingona! Oh my god, I haven't watched David in a long time. Is he still eBaying? Oh god, has he been? Good evening. Well, I love hot dogs at Chili. Skiwi on his last leg. See, I wish NJ Court could get a report on Casino Tulsa, Oklahoma City. How many people have been robbed lately there? How many cards have been broken into lately? Cars. Yeah, I know he hangs out there with those little goons of his, so I wouldn't be surprised if they possibly had something to do with that, allegedly. What up, good gravy? What up, Georgia D? I think we already said hello to ICU, but just in case I didn't, hello, ICU. What up, Jack Mahoff? What up, Chicken Yale? What up, Roof? Oh, we already said hi, Roofer. What up, Mark Miller, who was first in chat? So congratulations, Mark Miller, for being first in chat. Oh, man, see, if I had the sound effect board, I could have done the woo! So, bear with me. I'll have to do my own effects this evening. But you guys asked for it. All right, let me go down and see if I missed anybody. What up, R Reptilian Richard Ramirez? Skiwi's phone got stolen for the 17th time this year, and the nasty criminals who stole it were asking his contacts for money or something. It totally wasn't him, though. Oh, I know it. Don't worry, you guys are going to have a nice little laugh and gaff when we get to his clip, okay? What up, a nightmare on your street? All right, let's get started. I think that's we've given plenty of time for everybody to get in here. So let's get rocking and rolling. So, BrandonQue. Let's just play the clip first. So for those of you that already seen this clip, just bear with me. I think once we get to the criminal history part of his coverage, it's going to be pretty interesting. So if you want to go, do some sit-ups, push-ups, grab a beer while we're playing the clip, by all means. You won't hurt my feelings if you leave chat. But for those of you that haven't seen the clip of the incident that happened with this individual, we're going to watch it. For the most part, it's about a 20-minute clip. We're not going to watch the complete 20-minute clip. I'm going to fast forward a few parts, but we're going to watch a lot of it, okay? So we're going to watch the clip. We're going to talk about it, let you guys discuss about it in chat. Then, like I said, we're going to jump into his criminal history, which is going to also show you guys that there also is not an active case that has been filed yet. And I'm not saying there is going to be, okay? I'm just saying at the point of today where I've looked as far as what has been filed against him in the state of New Mexico, there has nothing been filed that has been actively tied into what happened in the video that I'm going to show you, okay? But I am going to share with you everything that's happened to him basically since the time he turned 18 and his public record was available. And there's a lot to share, and it is very interesting, so stay tuned for that. So let's jump into the clip. Shout out to Papa Greeny Nation. I'm going to share the clip link here in a second. And again, I'm going to just give you a warning for language, trigger warning for just you know what these people do, man. You know what? Just trigger warning for everything. Oh, very, very long one, Triple R. I don't know if you were here earlier, but I was saying I almost think he's possibly may have even beat just by a couple or one record pushed past Skimask Andy's criminal history. So, and again, that's just out of one state, which I think for the most part, I think he's remained in the state of New Mexico. And again, I don't know if he's gotten in trouble in any other states. At this point, I don't care. I think just the fact of looking at his record here in New Mexico speaks alone as far as what type of guy this guy has been. And unfortunately, like I said, based on the incident we're going to watch, it looks like he probably hasn't learned anything from anything yet, and probably isn't going to anytime soon, unfortunately. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that for whatever reason, this guy's just been given so many fucking chances, which I'll tell you is a huge, just shitty thing that goes on in our state currently. And it has to do a lot with our judicial system. Just the courts here are horrible about just, sentencing these people and just keeping these individuals that commit crimes responsible and holding them to it. You know what I mean? Our state's really bad about having repeat offenders. Generally, these people are, put in jail, let out the next day, and generally they don't get sentenced, generally a serious jail sentence until they kill somebody. And that's happened a lot, okay? It's happened a lot to the point where these people would still be here alive to this day had this person been in jail, okay? And hopefully it's something that our state fixes, because it's bad. I mean, it's bad, okay? I've dealt with it personally with somebody that was trespassing on my property in Albuquerque. If you guys remember, I used to live in Albuquerque, okay? And I didn't even want to press charges against the guy, all right? But because the guy, I guess, had a bench warrant for some other bullshit, okay? They had to arrest him, okay? And they had to trespass him. So they gave, when they trespass somebody, they give you their kind of information, basic information, showing that they've been trespassed. So for shits and giggles, I looked up this guy's information and I followed up with him just to see what happened. What was the outcome of him being arrested? Okay, literally, he was let go the next day. Okay, and remember, this was a bench warrant arrest. All right, he didn't bond out. Okay, this guy was some homeless drug addict. All right, and basically they caught him. I didn't even call the cops. All right, basically I was pulling into my property. Basically, just I guess at the time the cops had just caught this guy taking a piss on the side of my house. Okay, which I'm thankful that they caught him before I did, because he probably would have gotten maced or something else if it had escalated to some point. But either way. They got to him before I did, and like I said, they wanted to know if I wanted to press any type of charges for him damaging the property. I said it's just piss. I didn't care. They said they were still going to trespass him, but they still, not unfortunately, they did have to arrest him because he had a bench warrant. But like I said, they let him go the next day, released him on an ROR, on his own recognizance or whatever, however you say it, okay? And I doubt the guy showed up to court. Because when I had looked up his record, he had a fucking horrible record of not showing up to court. Hence why I don't know why they would just release him the next day. But I think a lot of it has to do with these judges really don't want to put a lot of these people that are homeless or drug addicts in jail because it costs a lot of money. So they rather them just be out in the streets, I guess. Anywho, let's get to the clip. That was just my little 2 cents, but let's get to the Papa Greeny clip here. Again, shout out to the Papa Greeny channel for all your hard work. Been smashing out those clips lately. And let me get this pulled up here for you guys, and we're going to get rocking and rolling. Again, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning.
Stop! No, stop! Brandon! Brandon! Please stop. Okay, go ahead. Brandon, please. You're going to die. We're all equal. Dude, what the fuck? You are fucking psychopathic, bro. You're gonna get arrested. You're getting arrested, bro.
Live streamer BrandonQue gets really drunk with live streamer empathy. Once they leave the house, Brandon has a mental breakdown. He tries to chase a dog and starts kicking at someone's door until the police show up and arrest him. This video does not encourage harassment, violence, or any illegal activities. Viewer discretion is advised.
What are you talking about? AK with the... Dude. No. Get over here, dude. Get over here. Dude. He's gonna... Are you fucking serious? Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Just go ahead and call the police. Just go ahead and call the police, please. Just call them. You're gonna get yourself arrested. Stop. Please. No, Brandon, please. Please. Brandon, please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Brandon, please stop. Stop. No, stop. Brandon. Brandon, please stop. Okay, go ahead.
Come here right now, dog.
Brandon, please.
What's up, dog? What's up, dog?
Yo, dude.
What's up, dog? What's up? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come here right there. Man. Come here right here, man. Come on here. Come right here so I can slap you. Come here. Come here, bitch. So I can slap you. Yeah, you're scared, bitch. You're scared, bitch. No.
And there's the trespassing. Allegedly.
What's up? Get out of here. Get over here. Sit down. Sit down right now. Sit down right now, bitch. Hey. Sit down. Sit down right now. Sit down.
As you can see in the video,
So, Roofer, you bring up a very good point. So let me share something with you guys for a little context, especially because I'm from Albuquerque, so I know the exact area that Brandon lives in, which is considered the Southeast, okay? They call it the war zone. It's a pretty rough area, all right? I'll tell you that. And this guy is very lucky that he wasn't messing with some fucking essay, okay? Which there's a lot of essays that live near BrandonQue's little apartment complex or wherever the fuck he lives at, okay? So he's probably, I would probably say out of 10 houses, he probably picked the one house that had the little old Spanish-speaking lady, okay, with the little old friendly dog that was just barking, not the essay with the fucking, that just got out of the pinta, drinking a 40, you know, fucking pretty wasted already, with his two pit bulls out front, all right, that would have definitely ate fucking Brandon to pieces if he would have game over their yard, okay? But yeah, there's plenty of people in that everywhere in Albuquerque, okay, for one, because our state's very laxed about our gun laws, but just in that area specifically, there's a lot of bad people that have guns that could have easily made his day a very bad one, okay? So let's continue.
empathy tries to stop Brandon over and over, but he was losing his mind. I have to clean the video up and edit some of the language out so it doesn't get removed by YouTube.
You're invading someone's property, bro.
Hey, come on here. Come here. Come here. Come here. What's on that what?
For those of you that can't understand Spanish, she just basically said to get off her property and that she's calling the police.
Come here! Come here! Come here! Get out right now! Get out! You're right there, then, bitch! Then get out here! Get out here! Come on! Yeah, go see it, man. Go see it. There, go on. Hey! Hey, hurry! What the fuck up?
Now, I've noticed in chat somebody was bringing up something, so I'll just point that out. Brandon has made the statement that his behavior was due to the fact that he claims that he was possibly or allegedly roofied, I guess is the best or easiest way to put it. Again, I can't verify any of those statements. If it's true, it still doesn't mean that you got to go out and start, trespassing on people's property and damaging people's shit. Clearly, he's responding back to the lady and having a conversation with her in Spanish, so I don't think he's that fucked up. But, obviously he is, but obviously he's not to the point where he's, I would say, blackout drunk or, just about to turn unconscious, okay? Is just my opinion. But let's continue.
Fuck, dude, what the fuck, dude, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck? I'm sorry, he's just drunk. I'm trying to get him. I'm not sure what he's doing and he's being crazy. Come over here, please, dude. Please come over here. No, you're invading someone's house. You're invading someone's house, dude. No, you're invading someone's house, dude. Stop. Stop. This is not cool and this is not content, bro. You're invading someone's house. You're invading someone's house, you fucking retard. What the fuck is wrong with you? No, stop. Stop. Stop doing this. Stop doing this. Stop doing this. No, you're literally destroying someone's property. No, stop. Stop. Stop doing this, dude. This is not cool at all. This is not what you call... Dude, please. You are going to die. You are going to die, dude. You are going to die. Stop. You're going to die. You are going to die. Stop.
Hey, fuck these niggas, you don't gotta show them it. Hey.
Dude. Stop. What the fuck are you doing, bro? You're fucking crazy. Dude, stop. Did you call the cops? Did you call the police? What are you doing? Please stop. Did you call the police? Call the police! Dude, please! Stop doing this! Please stop doing this! You're gonna get arrested! You're gonna go to county jail for 3 days! Get the fuck over here! Get the fuck over here! You're gonna go to county jail! We're not putting up this shit! You need to be a proper member of society! And you're literally fucking being a fucking psychotic piece of shit, and you're...
All right, so we're going to fast forward a bit. Again, if you guys want to check out the whole clip, I'm going to share the link again. Shout out Papa Greenie Nation. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. You guys pretty much get the point, okay? You've seen, obviously, he's trespassed onto this person's property. He's attempted to, and is, you know, whether he damaged the property or not, I can't tell, but he's obviously attempted to damage the property, okay? At some point he's swinging, I think, a hose at the house, and there was a lot of other stuff he did prior to that. But you guys catch the drift of the clip, basically, is what I'm saying. So let's fast forward a bit for time's sake. Let's fast forward to when the police get there. So police were obviously called, and they arrived to the scene.
Been kicking their door in and their car.
English speaker?
Arrested. This guy, he's going crazy right here. This guy, I've been recording him. He's on someone else's property, and he's been kicking their door in and their car.
English speaker?
I'm not sure. You need to go talk to him.
All right, so just go stand over there.
I'll stand right here on the sidewalk right here.
Hey, Albuquerque Police Department, what's going on? Hey.
They were calling earlier, and I'm not sure.
What's going on?
I fucking always step down.
Talk over here, man. You want to talk out here? Hey, what's your name?
Dude, last time he said me, come and
Do you know where the entrance is to this place?
He just climbed over the fence.
He did?
I saw him climb over the fence right here. It might be around this corner right here. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay right here. I think there's an opening on that end.
Come over here, man. Let me talk with you. I can help you. What's your help? I said you come over here, all right? All right, hey, man. You can't come over here. I'm not gonna climb over. Just come over here, man.
Hey, bro, let's shoot this one. Dude, let's shoot this one. Dude, the hand.
Okay, just come over the fence, all right? Just over the fence. I'll help you.
Yeah, that's fucking
No. There's no need to hurt anybody, all right? Just get over here, all right? Come over here.
food. Send some food over there.
No, that's not how it's gonna work. I'm gonna need you to come over here, man. I can get you some water. I can get you some stuff, man. You gotta come over.
Hey, let's get the fuck out of these people that fuck over. Let's get the fuck out of
Hey, man, come on. Over the fence. Come on, man. Just right over here. No.
Yeah.
No, we're just gonna leave them
No,
alone for
bro,
now.
let's get the fuck out, bro.
No.
Get the fuck out of here. Like,
Hey, I'm done playing around. I'm done playing around. I need you to get on the other side of the fence now.
You want me to be there?
Over the fence.
I'll be there.
Right here.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
No, come on. Not in a minute. Let's go right now.
Me and you then, yeah.
Come on, man.
We'll be right there right now.
You just need to arrest him. He's on someone else's property.
Open that fucking gate.
I don't understand. I just can't be dealing with you right now.
Hey, bro.
No, I'm just saying.
Open that shit, you fucking Open it. Open it right now. Open it. That's what I'm saying. Open it. Open it.
I can't. Fuck, dude. Come on, get over the fence. Over the fence. No, stay on the ground.
Let's stand over and down.
Nope, stay on the ground.
That's what I'm saying, me and you. Let's stand up. Let's not all stupid, you know what I'm saying?
I want you to stop messing around, all right?
Okay, so
Go sit over there, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand here on the sidewalk.
Then no. Okay. Let's just sit down like
What's going on, dude? Does he speak Spanish? He speaks English? Okay. Who's this guy over here?
I just seen him. He came over here and he started banging on this person's door and call. Yeah, I was walking down the street. I was gonna go to the gas station over there, and then he started.
You didn't call, you just kind of walked up and saw everything.
Oh no, I just started recording. I came up over here. Yeah.
Well, you can hang tight or you can leave or...
Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna hang here.
Let's bring him to the side. Let's bring him to the side right here. Okay, let's stand you up. Stand you up. Stand up, all right? Can you stand up for us? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, let's go.
I'm gonna try.
Make it on the side or statement.
Hey, bro, you trying to do a scam me, remember?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Remember that, bro? Hey, bro, remember this? Hey, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Come on, come over there and stand there.
Do you have any weapons on you?
Little bit.
We're gonna pass you down, okay?
Lean against my car. Put your chest on there.
You're highly intoxicated,
Hey,
man.
I'm gonna go by there.
I'm just gonna check and make sure you got
Hey,
no
bro, but
weapons.
if you're not
Hey, no, you're good. Hold on. Let me just check and make sure you got no weapons on you, alright?
I didn't do it. Dog.
Brandon? Okay.
That's what I'm saying. If you want to go crazy, I'm gonna go out.
You want to go out on everybody? What does that mean, Brandon?
That's what I'm going crazy.
What do you mean by I'm gonna go crazy?
I just want to go live on these videos.
What's live? What does that mean?
Live on
What does that mean, though?
YouTube. You know that. I do know.
I just got here.
You know, yeah, bro, you know they're retarded, huh?
This is about. Alright, wait.
Let me check his info real quick.
Yeah, check it out, dude. Chat call.
Can you start sitting on the sidewalk, man?
Oh yeah, I'll stand on the sidewalk over there.
Why you sitting down?
What
Why you sitting down?
do you want to do with him? Alright, okay. Alright, we'll put him in your unit. Try to walk straight.
Sí, ella le cargó. Dice que se metieron dos hombres. Ajá.
Brandon, how much have you had to drink today? 10 drinks? Beers? Liquor? What are we talking about? Liquor? What type of liquor? Okay, well, I get that, but what type? Whiskey? Tequila? Okay. Well, we're going to set you in here, okay? Alright, go ahead and step inside.
Es que sabe que
Watch your step, watch your step. Bro, okay, put your feet. You got your flashlight?
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, all these dudes like...
Okay, pero
Bro, what are you doing?
Okay, so.
So it was initially in the back road. I didn't feel like jumping over it. So
Okay.
I just tried to talk to him. He ended up jumping over the fence, and he was already on the ground when I was going to go.
Okay.
And that's when you guys came.
Okay, that makes sense. Sir, did you happen to see anything? Because I saw you recording everything.
Oh yeah, I was walking with him, and then he just jumped over the fence,
So
and
you
then
know him?
yeah, I know him.
Friends?
Um,
Blood related?
Acquaintance, kind of.
Okay, so obviously
you know.
see he's very intoxicated.
Yeah.
What was he doing by jumping these people's fences?
I'm not sure. He lived right there, and then he just walked down the street, and then he wanted to harass the dog, and then he started kicking in
the doors and all. Oh,
yeah,
so
he started
so
trying to kick it. Yeah, I have it on recording here and all that.
From what the call was saying.
Is the caller separated at this time?
Sir,
so he actually
do you
witnessed
wanna,
everything pretty
do you
good.
want to tell me what you saw?
All right, so I'm going to end it there. Again, let me share that clip again. That's off of the Papa Greeny Nation channel. Shout out again to Papa Greeny. If you guys want to catch the remainder of that clip or rewatch that, the link that I'm about to drop will take you to that clip, to that exact clip, excuse me. And let me drop that link really quick. But you guys get the gist of it, all right? So basically, you see he was arrested. He was placed in the back of the police car. And then the rest of that clip is just basically Empathy, which is the other streamer. That's the name of that person, I guess, that was live streaming. Where this clip comes from, the incident, is just pretty much re-explains to another officer, I guess, what has happened, okay? There is obviously no footage of, what happened in the car ride and, once he gets to the hospital, which he claims is where he was dropped off at. So, obviously, this went on. I was contacted as this was going on live, so I caught the end of it. And then I jumped on later that evening to see if he had gotten checked into one of the local jails in Albuquerque. And the next day I had checked to see, when I saw that he hadn't been checked in, I double checked the next day to see if had he been released, because they have two lists, check-in and a release list. He wasn't on any of those, okay? So, without him going live, I had just assumed that he probably didn't get put in jail or was booked and, was probably just at home sleeping it off or something, okay? According to BrandonQue and off of his own live stream, he claimed that he was transported to a hospital, spent the night at the hospital, was given some medications, offered some assistance for the, obviously his problem with alcohol, and then was released, led on his own, released on his own. As far as what I've been able to look at, and this is where I'm going to share, this is where we kind of get to where I was reminded again of his criminal history record, was I obviously was going online to check to see, well, did he get charged with anything? Okay, is there a case number that's been filed? While I was doing that, or doing that search, this is what I found. So let's segue into BrandonQue's criminal history record from the state of New Mexico. This is where it gets kind of interesting. Because for whatever reason, like I said, this guy doesn't get in any trouble. Okay, he gets in trouble, but he doesn't get sentenced or get pretty much pleas out, or gets, most of his cases get dismissed for whatever reason, okay? Again, hey, more power to you. But my point is to get to that point of getting charged, you have to get arrested, okay? And you guys probably know, it's kind of common sense. You generally don't get arrested unless you do something bad. Now, not saying people don't get arrested for not doing, there are people that get illegally arrested. It's happened. But I don't think as many times as you see on his record, it's happened that many times is all I'm saying, okay? So, for whatever reason, I think it's just that our state's really shitty as far as prosecuting a lot of these criminals that, I mean, I can't even say they're what would be considered like just, small offenses, because his offenses range anywhere from battery on a peace officer. Again, he was arrested, never, we're going to see if he was sentenced, what his disposition was from that, okay? Can't say that he was found guilty of it, but he was at least charged for it, to vandalism. You know what I mean? It's just the range and category of these crimes is just all over the board, okay? But anyways, let's jump over to that criminal history report here. Oh, before I do, I did forget. I kind of got ahead of myself. I know I said before I was going to start the BrandonQue coverage, I was going to go over a few quick case updates having to do with the EBZ case update, the Action Man case update, and the Saint case update. I just forgot. So as soon as I get done with BrandonQue, instead of going to Skimask Andy next, I'm going to knock out those quick updates. Actually, you know what? We'll roll the Skimask Andy next. I'll just save the updates toward the end because I know for the most part some of you had already heard those updates. And at the end, too, I'm going to remind everybody whose court cases we got going on tomorrow. So at the end, very end of the show, I will share with you what's going on with those 3 individuals and who we have that has court going on tomorrow, okay? So as soon as we're done with BrandonQue, we're going to jump over to Ski Mask Andy's coverage. But before we jump over to his criminal history report, let me share this with you. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be all his mugshots. This is 4 of his mugshots. But let's take a look and see, you know, the kind of a timeline of BrandonQue's mugshots here. Just sharing everything I can that was made availably public. Again, you can access everything that I am, all public information. Let me bring this up here. This I thought was kind of funny because you can tell how he kind of aged, but you still can see the eyes. That's where you see it. And of course, he's shaved, you know, trying to make himself look like a little youngster. But you can definitely see where the guy's aged and how his mugshots progressed. It's kind of funny. All right, so let's start from the top. So I think you guys should be able to see this. Yeah, all right, you guys can. So these, now I will say this, mugshots.com, their information is correct in the fact that obviously this is a real mugshot and this individual was booked at some point, but a lot of the information as far as like the booking information sometimes gets, I think, jumbled. So I would never refer to mugshots.com for any case information. That I'm going to always go to. I keep looking over here. I'm sorry. I'm still used to the camera over there. For that, I'm going to jump to the, you know, state of New Mexico website, which we're going to go to here in a second. All right. That's where you verify, you know, case information. But these are, you know, legitimate, you know, mugshots. Okay. But as far as date, I think we start here in, he was born in 92. So this was in 2013. So it goes from 2013 down. So we got him here. I think this one's 2013 here. He looks a little older here. He looks older there. Let's see. Yeah, that, oh, wait. Oh, that was 2012. Excuse me, those ones were 2011. This one's 2012. I think the next one's 2013. I think the last one down here, where he looks the oldest, is 2013. Okay. Oh, yeah, no, this was in 2015, excuse me. So the first 2 were 2011, 2012, then 2015. All right, you guys ready for this shit? Now, whenever you do these searches, you know, you can do like an advanced search where you can refine your search because obviously there could be other people with his name, you know, legal name being Brandon Quintana, okay? Especially in New Mexico, okay? That first name and last name are very common in our state. So obviously there are more than just one Brandon Quintana in our state, okay? I was able to refine his cases only based on his middle initial and his date of birth. So the cases you're about to look at are all his, okay? I don't want people to get confused and think that this is just a case search for, you know, that person's name and, you know, some of these could be his, some of them aren't. No. I've already gone down through each one of them and verified that each case had to do with the Brandon Quintana that I'm searching for, which has to do with this individual, a.k.a. BrandonQue, okay? So, here we go. Drum roll, please. Damn it, I don't have my fucking sound effect board. See, that's when it comes in handy. I present to you the criminal history record for BrandonQue, aka Brandon Quintana, from the state of New Mexico. We've got a total of 12 records. Looks like these records date. Now, this isn't like the actually date of the incident. This is just as far as the filing dates. But looks like these start from 2010 up to the most current one being, looks like, in 2015. So, had there been a case that had been filed for this incident, which happened on the 22nd, was his date that he was arrested, okay? And today's the 28th. So I would assume by now, if they were going to press any charges, we would see a case populate here, you know? And obviously you can see there's not anything that is recent. And like I said, the most recent case he has is stemming from 2015. That shows on here, all right? Can't speak for any other states. Can't speak for maybe something that didn't make it on here. It happens. Yeah, I see you. I that's why, like I said, it definitely is contending with Skimask Andy's record for sure. All right, so I'm not going to go through each one of these. Like I said, you guys can access this if you want, but let me just give you an idea of just really quick. I'm going to just hit on each one of these. I just going to show you really quick what the charges were that he was pending or being charged with, and then the outcome, okay? So, Brandon, if you're watching, for your benefit, like I said, I'm going to let people know what the disposition was, okay? So, he may not have been guilty of these charges. He may be guilty. Some of them may be dismissed. We'll find out once we click on each one, okay? But to give you an idea of what he was originally arrested for and what charges he faced through the criminal court system here in the state of New Mexico, that we can find out. And that's what I am going to share with you. So, starting from the top and working our way down. Oop. I got to sign back in, excuse me. All right, I got it up now. Thank you for your patience. All right, so starting from the top, here we go. Make sure you guys can see. All right, perfect. This case was filed in the year of 2010. And right here, we're going to be looking at here at the top under criminal charge detail. So this charge was one count of aggravated battery upon a peace officer, no great bodily harm. Looks like it was a class 4 felony. Charge date was February 15th of 2010. And this was dismissed by the prosecutor. Let's go back. This next charge, charge number 2, this is stemming from 2015. One charge of attempt to commit a felony, to wit, aggravated assault with deadly weapon. And then there's a charge of aggravated assault, deadly weapon. One's a misdemeanor, the other one's a class 4 felony. Charge date is August 22nd of 2015. For the charge, the attempt to commit a felony, which was a misdemeanor, he pled no contest, and he was convicted. So he got a no contest plea. So he pled no contest, excuse me. And they did end up, so he pretty much took a plea deal, okay? So they dismissed the felony, the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and then he took a plea deal for the misdemeanor charge. So it was either probation, whatever it could be, you know what I mean? But the felony, the more serious one, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, that was dismissed. Again, a second dismissal. Let's go to his third case. This one stemming from 2013. unlawful larceny or shoplifting. He pled not guilty, dismissed, prosecution unwilling to proceed. Third case dismissed. Let's go to his fourth case. One charge of harassment, misdemeanor charge of harassment from 2014. He pled not guilty. Disposition, dismissed, lack of prosecution. Let's go to the next case. This stems from 2013. Violating a protection order, failure to appear in court. For the first charge, he pled not guilty. He pled no contest for the second. Pretty much looks like he took a no contest charge on the first one and was found guilty on the second charge. I think this is case number 6. Yes, case number 6. This was stemming from 2013. Battery against a household member, and then a charge of failure to appear in court. For the battery against a household member, he pled not guilty. That one was dismissed. Prosecution unable to proceed. Failure to appear in court, he was found guilty. This is like a traffic citation, speeding, and no proof of insurance. Both dismissed. That's from 2014. This is an interesting one. Assault by prisoner. This was in 2010. So I guess that would have to come from, I guess, being in jail, is my understanding. I'd have to look into that. I don't know. I know you get, in trouble in jail. They have their own kind of, like, administration system as far as when people, break some type of, or, have some type of misconduct charge. But obviously, if it's something that, breaks some type of state law, I would imagine you'd be still charged in the court of law. So either way, he's got an assault by prisoner charge. Converted to nol proseque, which pretty much just means no contest. I'm not sure what the outcome of that was. Or actually, no, excuse me, I got it mixed up. I was just thinking for a second. That's not what nol proseque is. No contendere is no contest. Nolle prosecute, it's Latin, okay, so I can't pronounce it that right. That just pretty much is it's another way of saying it was dismissed by the prosecutor. It's the easiest way of saying it. So, another dismissal. All right. So, like I said, these charges just are all over the place, Let's work our way down here. I may have skipped one. Like I said, we already showed. Let's go down here. I think we got a couple more. Shoplifting, failure to appear in court. One shoplifting charge and a failure to appear in court charge. He pled not guilty on both of those. Both of those were dismissed. That was from 2011. Or dismissed in 2011. The charge was 2010. What's this one here? This is an aggravated assault charge. This is a felony. This was from 2015. This one was transferred. So, not sure what the outcome was of that. It obviously got transferred to a higher court. It's my understanding. Back to 2011, we've got a possession of marijuana. This was back before it was, legal in our state. And then a possession or delivery to manufacture drug paraphernalia. Both of them misdemeanor charges. He pled not guilty on both, and both of them were dismissed. Lack of prosecution. All right. So you guys follow me? Yeah, basically. So out of 12, what do we say? 12 cases. I think he just pled guilty to 2 misdemeanors. He was facing a lot of felonies, but like I said, for whatever reason, dismissed. All right. It is what it is. But I shared you guys my story of how kind of what my opinion is about the court system in the state of New Mexico. And obviously, like I said, it doesn't look like those people. And I'm gonna just say this. It's now I can't verify this, but I'm gonna say that those people, okay, and I'm not. Again, I know I'm gonna get it from the chat. It's gonna be like, oh, you're just what is it again when you categorize somebody? What's the word again? Damn it! Hold on, give me a second. Don't tell me in chat. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Shit! I hate when I do that. But anyways. I could probably tell you something. This is just from my experience. One, I'm Mexican, okay? Two, I've lived in very low-income communities before, okay, where there is a lot of Spanish-speaking people. And generally, people that are Spanish speakers, they don't want trouble, okay? For the most part, they probably will try to have no cops come if they can. Obviously, they're going to have to call the cops in this case, okay? You know, when they got somebody acting the way they are on your property, okay? But I would probably assume that that family that he was trespassing on, the property of the family that he's trespassing on, I would assume that they probably didn't press charges and is why he was just transferred to a hospital. Obviously, they're not going to just put him back on the street in that condition. It's a liability thing, okay? So for his own safety and obviously the safety of the community, they got to put him somewhere, okay? So think about it. If you're a cop, you want to deal with him and, you know, booking him in the, you know, in the way shape he is, or is it just easier to just drop him off at the hospital and let the hospital staff deal with him? You know, I hate to put it that way, but it's kind of the reality of it. See, Good Gravy says, I grew up in El Barrio. We don't want cops coming. Exactly, okay? So, that's just my 2 cents about it. Like I said, if I get any other updates, you know, as far as, hey, there was some charges pressed, there's a case that's been established, you guys know I'm going to drop that update for you. So, I don't want to give any more coverage to this shithead, my opinion, all right? As it is, I didn't even want to do this, but I know a lot of people had been asking, you know, whether or not, you know, he had been booked and, you know, to verify NJ, you know, is he telling the truth about him going to the hospital, which I can't verify that. Obviously, one, I'm not going to call a bunch of hospitals, and two, they're not going to tell me that information. And three, I don't give a shit. All right. But this is all I can share with you. So everything that I can is what I can find publicly. That's what I'm sharing with you. And again, if you want to fact check everything we went over with, you're more than happy to. All right, so let's move on to Skimask Andy. All right, so now I can finally take a little break of talking for a second because we're just going to go to a clip. This is my clip, okay? Basically, what I did was I did the hard work for you guys. I took one of his, well, one of his many cry streams, okay? We've obviously covered a couple of those, all right? I think he's started the year now. I think this is his second one for the year. I know he ended last year with, I can't even count, probably more than what I can count on my hands. All right. But either way, he pulled another little, you know, oh, I'm going to hurt myself. Oh, I have somebody robbed my phone. Now he claims that, you know, I think last week it was just they robbed his phone. This week now is they robbed his phone by gunpoint and why he's crying. And then, of course, you know, in traditional Skimask Andy fashion, and if you've been watching him, you know how it goes. You know, as soon as he suckered or scammed somebody to send him some money, you know, goes to the black screen because he's checking his Cash App. You know, so it's all black screen. Everybody's wondering, oh, did he get the Cash App? Gets the Cash App, you know, gets his $5, comes back on. All right, guys, I got to go and stream. You know what I mean? And you're going to see. I think the way I was able to put this together, I think is just, I don't even think, I think even somebody that doesn't even know Skimask Andy can just tell this guy is just full of shit, all right? So, definitely still using animals baseline measure. As a matter of fact, thank you for bringing that up. You just reminded me of something I wanted to share with you guys. Apparently, he's back at the house. I call them the Beverly Meth Heads, the Beverly Crackheads, okay? You guys remember the show, The Beverly Hillbillies? So basically, he's at what I would say probably the most bougiest of the crack shacks he's been at, okay? You know, for the most part, it looks like a pretty nice place, all right? Now, these were the people that took him in during the Christmas break, all right? Very nice of him to do that, all right? These are the people that there's some other males in the household, which I don't think he likes, okay? And these are the same people that Skimask claimed not too long ago that he left. Remember, he said he had to get out of there because they were all doing drugs and he didn't want to be around them. And remember, he said he got in a fight with one of the females there and they ended up scratching him. So one, you're basically saying you got your ass kicked by a female, Mr., kingpin tough guy. But then you're saying she scratched you, okay? All right, let's say it's true, okay? They kicked him out. They beat his ass. Adios, asshole. Get out of here. Well, apparently he's back at the same house now, all right? So, I think what happened, speaking of animals, because they have a lot of animals. As a matter of fact, they got a little puppy that there was a live stream where this asshole, and I'm not going to share the clip because it pisses me off, either him or the other lady that was in the room dropped this puppy or were watching the puppy and the puppy fell off the bed. And you could hear the puppy screaming. It hurt itself, okay? And it fucking pissed me off. I got the clip and it pissed me the fuck off. That's why I'm not going to show it. But absolutely, there's animals there, and that guy shouldn't be around any of them, okay? You guys want to know where that scratch came from? That little tiny scratch he had on his face that he claimed came from that big old cat fight that he got in the... Oh, he's getting in fight with females, right? Typical Skimask Andy. Never I got beat up by a guy or I got in a fight with the guy. Always, oh yeah, I just beat up this fucking bitch, man. I just beat up this fucking bitch, man. You know what I mean? But anyways, I'm thinking this cat, because there's a cat that lives in this house, I think it was just a cat that scratched him. That's it. You know what? I bet you got scratched by the cat, and that's what pissed him off, and he had a little baby fit, and that's why he left that place like a couple of weeks ago. And now he's back, okay? Because it's the only nice place, all right? Every other meth shack he stays at is pretty shitty. This one's probably the nicest, like I said, of all of them. And guess what? He's still complaining, all right? As a matter of fact, he does his little spiel in their closet, right? So why is he? You got to ask yourself, why in this video clip we're about to watch, why do you think he's in the bathroom now? You know, where you can lock the door and hopefully get some privacy where, it's kind of quiet. People can't hear you outside. There's a reason why. He don't want those people listening to him pull the shit he's about to pull, what you're about to see. Again, trigger warning for language. Typical Skimask Andy trigger warning, okay? Yeah, that's in this video clip. He says that. That's right, ICU. I can't verify that or not, but I would probably say that they don't. That house, based on what he has shown or doxed himself, that place looks fucking nice. I'm actually surprised. I mean, I know what's going on there, and it's a sad situation. It's just a bunch of crackheads, meth heads taking advantage of either some poor grandmother or the grandmother already died and left the house to one of these meth heads, and, place is going to go to shit in about a year, okay? But either way, for right now, it's in pretty nice condition from what I can see. He's definitely lucky that he's in there, not on the streets. You guys realize, I know this guy's probably confused the shit out of everybody from all his fucking scams and lies, but you guys realize the 6 months that he's been out of his parents' house, that guy has not spent one fucking night outside. That guy's literally had a roof over his head every fucking night since he left his parents' house, since he got booted out of his parents' house, not left. But let me get this up here, and we'll get the clip rolling. Excuse me, I got a bunch of videos. I didn't save it in the right folder, so I got to scroll all the way down. Oops. Shit, where the hell is this? Oh my God. Oh, here, hold on. Maybe it's here. There it is. I found it. Woo! I was like, God damn, I know I had it here. All right, excuse me. All right, let me get it up here. The golly. Oh, is it already up here? Hold on. All right. Candy Kiss 33, I agree with you. Okay, yeah, I think you guys can see. Oh, yeah, you guys can see it. I can see it on my phone. All right, so here we go. I'm going to start from the beginning. I'm just going to let it play through. So basically, the way it breaks down is there's the first part where he's, crying and doing his little boo-hoo. All right, then you'll see the part where, like, somebody sent him a Cash App, so he, goes to the black screen where he's checking the Cash App. Then you'll see he comes back. So now he's got his money. So you guys know how it goes, right? Once he gets his donation or whatever, then he stops crying, and then starts the act, gets all tough, starts cussing people out. And then, of course, he's got to go get his shit. So then he ends it. Okay? So you're just going to see it from start to finish, all right? And then we'll talk about it. Oh, it was absolutely has nothing to do with that Shell 97. Not one bit. And you'll see, you'll hear it right now. Here we go. This was from yesterday. Squeeze him out harder. Come on. He forgot his Visine. I thought he was taking a shit at first. That's how I sound sometimes in the morning when I got one of those ones that hurts and is stuck, Oh, man. So I've been there, but it had nothing to do with him taking a shit.
They got bed bugs and shit here. I know it.
Okay, hold on. Let me pause it. Okay, hold on. All right, so he basically, I think at this part, he's seen somebody said in chat that they're gonna give him money, so crying has stopped. I think it's either he's already seen somebody's gonna donate money, so he stopped crying, or I think he already checked and saw that he got the money, and now he goes into like tough guy mode. All right, so here we go. This is the video, part 2 of 3.
Yeah. Hey, Casey, listen to this part, though. The craziest part is my phone was robbed from me at gunpoint. Okay, you hear that part, chat? My phone was robbed at gunpoint. Okay? My phone was robbed at gunpoint. I don't know if anybody's ever... oh, my God.
Oh.
My bad. Look.
Oh, okay, hold on. All right, so yeah, now he got the donation, okay? So it went to black screen mode. He's checking the phone, got the donation. Here we go. Basically, crying has halted. We're good. Back to Skimask Andy mode.
I got robbed. The people that use my phone are sending messages from my text now requesting money. It's not a stolen phone, you fucking faggot, and you're not trolling me, you fucking stupid nigger. You're worse than you are worse than niggers. Milkman, you stupid faggot ass bitch.
Remember, Skimask Andy is not racist, okay? He's not racist. Remember that.
Why would I troll, dumb bitch? I haven't even been live in front. I don't even live stream.
And remember, Skimask Andy respects females. That's why he always calls them the B word.
Full time no more. I went live to tell people that that's not me asking you to send money anywhere other than Cash App. If you get some money from somebody, if you get a message from somebody begging you for a fucking Cash App sent to Psychic Ski Mask, yeah, that's probably would have been me. I don't fucking want money sent somewhere I can't get it, you stupid bitch.
All right, we're going to dissect his scam here, or his bullshit lie, okay? Because I can speak on this, okay? I have a Cash App account. I'm a content creator. I have a, he's claiming his basic problems are that since his phone is stolen, okay, that people have access to his phone. So he's saying right now that they've been contacting all his contacts, right? You think this asshole has contacts in his contact list? No, okay? He's saying that they're contacting all his people and that his people have been sending this random person money, okay? Let me ask you this. This guy's down to about the same 3 fucking idiots sending him, enabling him, sending him money, okay? He's 3 enablers, all right? You think, and he's already told these people last week, this whole phone stolen thing, this stems from last week, okay? For those of you that didn't realize this, he claimed this shit happened last week, okay? So he already told everybody his phone got stolen. So you don't think his top 3 donators don't already know that this phone got stolen? You think they're going to just randomly send some cash to some random person contacting them from the stolen phone? You know, having them send money to an account they've never sent money to? Okay? Bullshit. Now, another thing. He claims since his phone got stolen that he doesn't have access to his YouTube account and all this other shit and blah, blah, blah. But he still can get Cash Apps, right? Let me explain something to you. Most of you are familiar with, what is it called? Second factor authentication or something like that. Basically, you know, when like you try to like, for example, okay, say I got a new phone, okay? This is my old phone right here. I went and got a brand new phone. I wanted to upgrade and I kept this one. On that new phone, I want to start accessing my Cash App, my YouTube channel. Before I can it'll let me log on to my accounts. But before it'll let me continue into those accounts, it's going to want to send a message to my old phone asking if it's okay for my new phone to start accessing those accounts. Second factor authentication or some shit like that. 2-factor authentication. Thank you, chat. Okay? So I find it kind of funny that this guy can't, you know, he can obviously, you know, access both of his channels, but for whatever reason, you know, he can't unban people, right? Whatever. All right. But either way, you know, he claims, you know, or he can't, you know, and I can't call people. Now I can call people, this or that. This guy is able to get Cash Apps. We know he is. Okay, the only way he'd be able to get Cash Apps is if he was able to authenticate that other phone, the stolen one. You follow me? On this so-called new phone, okay? All this fucker did, if he really did have a new phone, which I think somebody actually put out the couple of $100 a few weeks ago and got him one, all he did was just trade it for some shit. You know what I mean? That's all. That's it. And now he's back to the phone he's always had. All right? But remember, his other phone, you couldn't hear him hardly. So, in my opinion, I think he still has the new fucking phone, okay? Either way, he's just lying. Whether he's using the new phone now and saying it's lost, or he fucking cashed it for some fucking shit and is now begging money for another phone he's never gonna get to get more shit, I don't care. Either way, it's the same shit. It's scamming, all right? Scamming 101. But I just think it's funny how this guy can never fucking get into any of his other apps, but can always get into the Cash App one, you know? Oh, my phone's stolen. I can still get into Cash App, though. Send those Cash Apps. Oh, Ski, did you get that voice message I sent you? Oh, I can't access my text now number. No, I can't get any voice messages. Did you get the Cash App I sent you? Oh, yeah, I can still get Cash Apps, though. I can still do the tap to pay. I can still get Cash Apps, though. I just can't read your voicemails because I don't give a shit about what you tell me. Just send that money. And you guys want to know something funny? I'm not even a hater, as much as I know people out there are going to say, yes, you are. Okay. All right. I dislike the guy, but I don't spend my time and energy like fucking, like, oh, what's Skimask? Like these people that watch him every day, all day do, okay? The Kellys, the one voters that are literally, they're sitting, in front of their monitor, getting all fucked up, snorting their Xanaxes, just waiting. Oh, is he going to come on? Is he going to come on? Oh, I wonder if Michelle's on. Oh, she's not on. Oh, Ski's, okay. You know what I mean? These people I'm talking about, okay? They're the ones that call me a hater, right? You want to know what's funny? Let's just assume I'm really a hater, which I'm not, okay? But let's assume I am. Let's just play devil's advocate. All right? I hate this motherfucker. I just want to see the worst fucking happen to this guy, all right? Do you realize these people, every time they donate, which these people donate because they think they're upsetting the haters, right? It's their way of going, ha, haters, you know what I mean? Ha, we're still helping them. Do you guys realize for the people that really don't like this guy, those people that donate are just enablers, okay? What they're doing is literally helping this ding-dong keep shoveling his fucking hole that he's burying himself in deeper and deeper and deeper. So for the real haters, they appreciate those people donating to this guy because all they're doing is just enabling him. They're keeping him from just figuring it out on his own like his family wants him to, okay? So you're pretty much gonna tell me that Kelly and what's the other one? The dog whisperer. That's the scary shit. Okay. The other individual. You're telling me these people are just gonna, pretty much keep this guy going till he dies, till he's 70, 80 years old for the next 20, 30 years? Hey, if they want to, go right ahead. But these people, these supporters of his, they're not supporters, okay? As a matter of fact, they just use him he's the cheapest entertainment out there on YouTube, okay? He's a dancing monkey. For $1, this guy will do whatever you tell him to do, all right? Here's $1, do 5 jumping jacks. Okay. You know what I mean? So this is what these people, the people that have nothing better else to do, these Boston Kellys, okay? These one voters, that's entertainment for these people. They're sick, okay? They're sick in the head. So they're not friends. They don't give a shit about this guy. They're just enabling him so they have another form of entertainment to watch for that day. A real friend of his, somebody that really did care, they would have already picked his ass up and brought him to go get help, okay? That's what they would do, all right? They wouldn't just keep throwing him his little $10 so he can go run, get his shit, be fine for 2 days, and then, oh, I'm going to hurt myself. Oh, check your Cash App, Skimask. Okay. Oh, fuck you guys. All right, I got to go. Same thing every 2 days. You know what I mean? But hey, if that's what they want to do, that's their, well, fortunately, it's not their money. For the most part, they're on fixed income and it's government money. Okay, it's you guys, it's the taxpayers' money. But let's just assume it's their money. If they want to go ahead and waste it on that guy instead of their own selves and families, hey, go right ahead. But I want those people, because I know they're watching, to know something. For the people that actually hate that guy and want him not to succeed, you guys are doing everything to help those people, man. They love seeing you enable that guy, because look where he's at right now, okay? This guy's sitting there every fucking day on a toilet crying like a little bitch, just so he can go score $5 to go get his crack for the day. Anyways, let's finish the clip.
Fucking retard. I've actually had 14 phones. Keep track, bitch.
Oh, I think I was trying to give you guys some back text, too, before I kind of went on a tangent. But basically, he got the donation now. So he checked the Cash App. got the donation. Crying has stopped. Now we're in, fuck you mode.
Keep track, bitch. I can't find that phone. The phone got robbed. Fucking loser, bitch. I hate all you fucking I hate all you like condescending cunts. Just like fucking contrary. And all you want to do is argue about any.
Hold on. Let me answer this idiot right here. Jojo, aren't you enabling him too? How am I enabling him? I've done nothing but offer this asshole help. Okay? I've helped his family when they reached out to me. Okay? I did them a favor. All right? I've done nothing but been a good guy. Okay? Now I'm done. I'm not going to help him or his family. I'm done with it. All right? But this is a new news coverage station. And as long as this guy is wanted, which he is in 3 states, I'm going to still continue to cover him. Because guess what? He's a public figure. And he's still on YouTube. So I hope that answers your question.
Fucking thing. I did get a couple of cash out. I got $3 twice. Thank you guys.
And you know what? If you want to blame me for where he's at right now, I'll take it. Because you know what? If maybe from this jerk finally learns to be a fucking man for himself, hey, I'll take all the credit if that's what you're trying to tell me. Which I'm not, because I'm not responsible for anything. But if that's what you're trying to say to me, hey, I'll take it. I'm glad to say that he's in this fucking situation. Hopefully he's gonna fucking learn and he'll man the fuck up.
This is not. I always need money. I don't even get a live stream no more and get no fucking money because I don't have a phone since last weekend when my fucking phone got robbed at gunpoint. Never even when I paid for a whole month of phone service that my friend was nice enough to send me the money for. I want to say thank you, but Monica.
All right, that's it. End of that. All right, so basically, as you just heard, just another typical day in the land of Skimask, all right? So if you still can't figure out what we got out of that whole clip, I'll break it down for you. His phone has been stolen because he was robbed by gunpoint. He needs more money, and fuck you. All right, moving on. Let's go to the Nick Rekieta. I said it wrong. It's been a while. Rekieta. I was just trolling you guys. I know it's Rekieta. So we're going to jump over the Nick Rekieta court coverage, all right? So I'm not going to spend too much time on this because, like I said, as just a channel covering this case, it's been kind of just limited. I referred to you guys to a lot of other channels and it directed you to some other channels as far as getting your latest coverage on this case. But I can say for a fact that this case is going to be concluding, and I will share that information with you. So if you have been following this case and haven't already heard the news, I will go ahead and break to you pretty much what has concluded from the last hearing that went on in this case, which pretty much Mr. Rekieta was offered a plea deal, and he has accepted the plea deal. So I'm going to share with you some paperwork that goes, we're not going to read the whole 17 pages. We're just going to read a few paragraphs that's going to tell you exactly what the plea deal he took is about. And then I'm going to share with you what his sentencing date's going to be and what he's possibly facing since he took a plea deal, all right? Which means he had to plead guilty to at least one of the 4 charges. I think he was facing a total of 3 or 4 charges. So we'll read that here in a second. So let me just get that pulled up. And then after we get done with that, I'm going to conclude the stream with going over very quickly the pretty much giving you a brief update on what happened with the EBZ court update, the Action Man court update, and the Saint court update. And then I'm going to remind you guys what we have tomorrow as far as court cases that are going on actively tomorrow, mañana. All right? Appreciate everybody hanging in with me. It's 9:30 my time here in the Mountain Standard Time Zone. So my friends in New York, or on the East Coast, I always assume East Coast New York. I'm sorry for my other states on the East Coast. It is 11:30, so I appreciate all my East Coasters hanging in there with me. So thank you all. But we're finishing up. We're going to wrap up the show here in a second. All right, Nick Rekieta. Nick Rekieta. For some of you that don't remember this gentleman, Nick Rekieta is the YouTube lawyer that had his own channel. That's what kind of brought him to the fame, a little bit of fame on YouTube, was he had got, covered some pretty big cases and got popular from that coverage. And then he found himself getting in some trouble, and some pretty serious trouble, which included facing some, at least one felony, and included some drug possession charges and some drug possession charges and having children around him style of things. Okay, so it was pretty serious. Not only was he charged, his wife was charged, and then another individual, and it's a long story how she has to do with all this, was also charged. Basically, they call her a friend that was staying at the house. You guys catch my drift. Was also charged, and I'll share with you what's going on with all of them. Okay, so just give me a second. I'm going to pull up that paperwork. So basically, like I said, from the last hearing, which went on... Oops, I got to log back in. Give me 1 second here. All right, I got it here. So this, let me make sure you guys can see what I'm looking at. Nope, that's why I always check. There you go. All right, now you guys can see what I'm looking at. So this is the case information from Mr. Nick Rekieta. Again, this is all public information. This is from the Minnesota Judicial Branch website. So when we go down here to his court date, so he was facing third-degree possession of drug charge, which was, I think, a felony. Possession of ammo and firearm under controlled substance, which was a misdemeanor, and endangering child present under where sale and possession of controlled substances, which was a misdemeanor. So one felony and two misdemeanors was what he was facing. So his last court date was on the 24th, okay, of this month. So January 24th, he was offered a plea, and he did accept the plea. So I'm going to share that plea deal with you. Hopefully I still have it up here. Yep, I do. So we're going right to the paperwork here. And this actually was filed yesterday. So for some of you that have been following the case, you may not have read through this. Again, there's 17 pages. So if you are following the case, I would highly encourage you to read through all of it. We're not going to. A lot of it, we're just going to read the plea deal part of it, what they're offering, what he accepted. The rest of it's kind of important, but not really not. It just has to do with, like, the terms and conditions of the plea deal and, his rights, by accepting the plea deal and all that stuff as the defendant, yada, yada, yada. But let's just go to the paragraph that goes over what he's receiving as far as a plea deal, as far as those three charges that he was facing. So... let's see here. He's taking his oath. Oh, wait, I think it was all the way at the top. I think I already passed it. Okay, here it is. So, and this is the court notes, okay? So, this is Mr. Lewis. Your Honor, this is the lawyer for Mr. Rekieta. My client would plead guilty to an amended charge. So, this is the plea deal, okay? So, pretty much, I'll read it, but I'll break it down to you if you don't understand. So, basically, it says, my client would plead guilty to an amended charge of drug possession, third degree, in violation of Minnesota statutes, blah, 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 okay? The remaining terms of the sentence is at the court's discretion. The state will drop all other charges, will dismiss all other charges. The state will also dismiss the file number against Kayla Rekieta and will dismiss the case against April Amolte. And I probably said that wrong. So, basically, if you didn't understand that, they had him plead guilty to one charge, which was, I think, a felony. Let me just see which one it was. He had to plead guilty to the, let's see here, the third degree drug possession, which is a felony. Actually, I have it on some notes here, which is easier to read. So he pled guilty to third-degree felony drug possession. All the other charges against him, so the other 2 charges were dropped. All the charges against his wife and the friend are dropped. I'd say that's a pretty damn good plea deal, considering that 2 other individuals' charges were all dismissed, okay? Now, what is he facing since he had to plead guilty to that felony charge? He is facing up to 20 years and or a $250,000 fine, but he could possibly avoid that with a type of probation sentence, okay? And he's going to find out here in a couple of months. He actually had a request. He was going out of town, so he wanted to either have the hearing before or after. It's going to be, I guess, before he goes out of town. So I'm pretty much assuming, since the judge granted the request, I don't think he's getting any jail time. So I'm going to assume he's probably getting some type of probation sentence. But either way, I'm not going to assume. We'll find out here on... I think I have it on this other piece of paperwork, if it's still up. April 18th at 10 a.m. So that'll be his sentencing hearing. That is an in-person hearing. So that basically should conclude his court case, you know, other than the fact, let's assume he's put on probation. He's going to have to pretty much stay, you know, free and clear of getting in trouble for however long the probation term is for. Also, based on the fact that he had to plead guilty to a drug possession charge, I'm going to assume that they're probably going to have in his probation, as far as one of his terms and conditions, that he's going to probably have to participate, and I would imagine weekly, it could be monthly, daily urinalysis tests. Who knows? But I'm sure they're going to have some type of, monitoring. They're going to do have to have some type of monitoring on his, drug usage, basically, since that was the type of charge that he pled guilty to, and it's a felony. But either way, but that's again, we can't, that's only what we can assume. Again, he is still possibly facing jail time, but I think it's safe to say that he's probably just going to get some type of probation. All right, let me jump back to chat, but that pretty much concludes. Good night, Candy Kiss, my coverage on the Nick Rekieta case. We are going to end tonight's coverage just giving you some quick updates. So, let's jump over to EBZ really quick. So, last time we left off with EBZ, he had actually made it down to Austin for his hearing, which was on... What did we say? Where is it? Oh, that's Action Man's. Nope. This is it right here. When was his last hearing? Oh, they don't have it up here anymore. Well, his next hearing is March 26th. He just had one a couple of weeks ago. I forgot the exact date, but we had an update on it. We actually did the update the morning he had his hearing. Unfortunately, they hadn't updated the website. Now they have. So let me share the website with you here really quick, because we didn't know when his next court date was, okay? So he does have another court date. It's going to be March 26th at 9:15 a.m. I would assume it may be an in-person court date. Maybe they're going to be, give him, maybe they'll be nice to him and do it as a Zoom type of court hearing, based on the fact that, he resides in California, not in Texas. But who knows? But either way, he's got a pretrial conference. So I'm going to assume that this last hearing he attended, he probably had to plead guilty or not guilty. I'm assuming he probably pled not guilty. I'm going to assume that they'll probably offer him a plea deal. They don't necessarily have to. And maybe he can maybe they've already offered to him and he didn't take it, and why they're going to a pretrial conference. Or maybe they're going to offer it to him on this next hearing, and if he takes it, they go that route. If he doesn't and wants to go to a jury trial, then they're going to have to schedule that. But the one thing you got to remember with EBZ in his case is it costs a lot of time and money every time, assuming they're going to want to have him to be there in person, to have to go to these court hearings. So I would assume if it was EBZ, and I'm just basing it if it was like me, I would try to get this handled as quick as possible, and obviously to the best benefit that works out for me, which I would say in this case would be a plea deal. So, it doesn't tell us any much more other than just when his next court hearing is, but again, we didn't have that the last time we did his update. Now we do. So next court hearing set for March 6th March 26th at 9:15 a.m. All right, let's jump over to Action Man, since he's Travis County as well too. As a matter of fact, I believe their hearings are at the same Justice Center court building as one another. But either way, let me jump over to him. Same thing with Action Man. He had his hearing, I think, the same day that EBZ was having his, or same week. And I can't remember. But either way, it was the same thing where they hadn't updated the website. Now they have. Now, if you guys remember, the reason I had given you an update on him was his last update was the fact that he had been indicted by a grand jury on the 22nd. So just recently, on January the 22nd, he was finally indicted by a grand jury, which pretty much in the state of Texas, for them to proceed with the felony charge, you have to be indicted by a grand jury. Now he has, so they can continue with the, prosecuting him with the charge. Again, he's facing a felony charge of engaging in organized criminal activity. He's got a next court date set for March 13th at 9 a.m. And that's also a pretrial hearing, just like EBZ. All right? Again, not too much information other than the fact that, we found out that he was indicted on the 22nd, based that's what we're showing here. And then, of course, they now have the new court date, which is March 13th, 9 a.m. pretrial hearing for Action Man. All right, let's go ahead and end our, not the broadcast yet. Remember, I still have to share with you what we got going on for tomorrow's court hearings. But as far as updates, let me get you the Saint update. His is pretty interesting. And again, I'm just going to make assumptions here, so please don't take everything that I'm going to be saying about Saint to word here, okay? I'm just going to be reading you off what we read here together, and then I'm going to make an assumption, okay? So basically, when you come to Saint's information, when you... Oh, wait, this isn't Saint's information. I was like, that's BrandonQue's information. Where's Saint at? Oh, here he is. When you go to Saint's case... And a lot of you that may be following this may be confused, okay? You'll see that he had his last hearing on the 22nd, January 22nd, okay? So it was actually, I think, Saint and EBZ that I think had hearings the same day. And then I think Actions Man was the next day. But either way, that's not important. He had a hearing on the 22nd. It was a preliminary hearing. And we didn't know what came of that, okay? Well, they don't tell you much, but they do tell you some important information. So one, he's got a next hearing scheduled for February 25th at 9 a.m. But here's the thing. When you go to the result of that hearing, which there shouldn't be any yet because it hasn't happened, it says canceled/vacated. So a lot of people reading that would assume, oh shit, they dismissed the charges. Saint's free and clear. Well, I don't think that's the case. Because if you go down to the next paragraph that says charge and disposition information, you'll see that it says case has been transferred to circuit court. See circuit court case. All right. Now, another thing which I did show you, I think the last update we did on this hearing, we just didn't know when his next hearing was that it had showed, no, I don't think I had shared this with you, but it does have some like basic court notes. And one of the court notes that came from the last hearing he had on the 22nd was probable cause found. Okay? In the state of Maryland, you need that one hearing that he went to is specifically for the part that if they don't find probable cause, they dismiss the case. In this case, they did. So they continue. All right? Also, he's facing, I think it was 4 charges, one of them being a felony. Where's his charges? Oh, it's because they transferred it, so it doesn't show it here anymore. Yeah, but one of them was a felony. I'd have to go back to one of my old coverages to refer to that, the information when it was showing his charges. But either way, the reason it's been transferred to a circuit court is because circuit court in the state of Maryland is the court that handles felony cases, okay? So what I'm going to assume, and again, I can't say this is 100%, but what I'm going to assume is just like it says, is because they went ahead and found probable cause, and because his case includes a felony charge, they went ahead and transferred the whole case over to circuit court, which is the court that handles felony charges or the more serious cases. So I guarantee you, once I do a circuit court case search, which I don't even know if they have a website, I may have to actually do this the old school way, which is, by phone or email or through snail mail. I could probably guarantee you we're going to see there's a new case number, and it's now been populated under circuit court, and there'll be a new case date, and this is going to continue, okay? But for those that may not understand the verbiage here, if you just look at it the way you see it here, it looks like it was dismissed. I don't think it was, and like it says here, case transferred to circuit court, I'm going to assume it was. All right? So that is your Saint coverage or update. I know we had done a basic update on our last coverage, but we didn't have a new court date. We do now, but like I said, it's been canceled. But that, of course, has been because they went ahead and transferred his case to circuit court, is what we're going to assume. All right, everybody. So before we end the stream, let me get this out of the way. Let me share with you what we got going on tomorrow. Now, I don't necessarily guarantee that I'm going to have a live stream. I may just post a community post to get you guys updates. But tomorrow, we've got Old Girl with a court hearing. And we've got, and I forgot the times. You can refer to the court calendar, which is under the NJ Courts Community tab post. We have our e-calendar up there, which does have the court dates for tomorrow. I don't think it's got the one for Michelle. So I'll look that one up for you. That's just having to do with their civil or divorce case. There's the one that we have been covering is going to be the Old Girl. Well, we have been covering Michelle, of course, because of a criminal case. And we started covering a little bit of her civil side, but I don't think it's going to be... Pretty much it's going to be anything that I'm not going to be actively covering it is what I'm saying. I'm just going to refer to the website tomorrow or the next day to tell you, more or less what happened. Okay. Now, Old Girl, I've already checked to see before in the past if they do remote hearings since she is in jail right now. They do remote hearings, but they don't offer access to the public. So unfortunately, I'm just going to have to wait for them to update the website, just like we have been referring to. But if you remember from our last update on Old Girl, pretty much tomorrow's hearing was scheduled to determine, pretty much I was going to assume I'm going to assume is going to be the date that they're going to finish up her paperwork to have her released to a pretty much a community home / rehab center, is what we had read based on the little bit of notes they had on her paperwork. Again, this is all public information you guys can refer to. But I'll get you more updates tomorrow after the hearings. But basically, Old Girl, which is Skimask's old little fling girlfriend, has her hearing tomorrow, which, again, she's been in jail for a while now. So she may be getting released. She may be not, but I'm assuming she is. And, again, she's not getting released to the public. She's getting released to a group home of some sort, or rehabilitation center. And then we've got Michelle, who's got a continuance from her last hearing, which I guess got canceled due to weather. So I'll get you updates as soon as I get them, and I'll probably share those in the form of a community post. Now, if there's other stuff that I feel is important enough to where, let's just go ahead and do a breaking news live stream, I'll probably fire one of those up tomorrow if I feel that there's enough news to do one. But if there's not, I'll definitely post anything I get as far as updates through the community post on the NJ Courts main channel YouTube page. All right. ICU, I agree with you 100%. For whatever reason, Ski really loves Old Girl, which you guys know why. She's a free ride and a free place to stay, and probably gives him free shit. So I'm sure he would love to reunite with her as soon as she gets out. But I would assume as long as she's been in jail, assuming she hasn't had access to drugs in jail, she's been clean and sober. And I would assume that if she's going to be going to a rehabilitation center, that in order to continue to be clean and sober, that she just stays with the program, stays away from the people that are bad, and hopefully, continues to fix her life, and with the ultimate goal of, becoming a functioning person in her community. I'm not saying she's not, but one that's, not on drugs, which is better for her, right? All right, so I'm just trying to think of anything else to say. Let me just check my phone and make sure I didn't miss any shout-outs, notes, any complaints. Holy shit, what is this? Okay, I'll read that later. Let's see. I think that's about it. Oh, I want to apologize. I have been lacking on sending out the last group of buttons that I was going to try to get out before the New Year's. Obviously, it didn't get out. I am going to be handling that, and that is a pinky promise, by this weekend, probably tomorrow, okay? But for sure by the weekend. So for those of you that are still waiting on buttons, which is not many of you, there's one person that actually has purchased one, and the other ones were people that had won them through our last contest. Not saying that, oh, you guys don't matter. I'm just saying, it's not from like the last buttons that I owe. No, I've already gotten those out. Okay, this is like the last buttons that I owe. So I will get those out by the end of the weekend, and then once I get those out, I would love to finish up getting rid of all the rest of the buttons we have. So I'll do a last countdown of what we have left, and maybe we'll figure out some fun stream or some way of, getting those fundraised for. That way, you guys can go ahead and let me know which organization you guys want us to donate the funds that we've gotten from the button sales, as well as other donations people just donated on the side for a good fun project. So I was hoping to get that finished or donated. I wanted to wrap up that project by the beginning of the new year. Obviously, it didn't happen, but maybe we can wrap it up by the end of next month. That would be awesome. So I'm planning on doing something fun for that. And then I'm still waiting to get a response back. I did send my request to film, or media request to be able to be in the actual courtroom for the Trina Golden sentencing hearing and able to film. So I'm still waiting to see if the judge is going to approve or not approve that. And let's just say it gets approved. Then the next thing I'll do is go ahead and set up a fundraiser for that trip. If it doesn't get approved, I'm going to talk to you guys and see what you guys want to do next. But I know we had talked about doing an IRL trip or a court-related trip here soon, and I definitely still want to do that, obviously. But like I said, I'm just waiting on an answer for the Trina Golden coverage, and then we'll go from there once I get that. Candy Kiss, I'm just gonna be agreeing with you all night here. I can agree with that statement. I really can see that. Especially since, if you notice, when they were really looking horrible was when they were at that really shitty-ass motel, which you could tell. Remember the one where I showed the clip where, like, that person comes up and like, "Hey, Ski! Hey! I'll trade you my hat for some weed!" Remember that? Yeah. Some weird people? Yeah, I could see that happening. Update on Pig T's case next week. Not until it happens, so nothing's changed since my last update on her. Now, I remember, well, in case you're referring to paperwork that I've submitted a FOIA on, still waiting to get that request back. Remember, I even did a FOIA request on her booking information, which technically they said they have to get that back to me by the end of March. So we're getting close to that date, but pretty much I got a lot of requests going off on her paperwork, which I knew was going to take time. As far as her court date, we don't know what's going to happen next until she goes to her court date. But as far as if she's facing anything on the probation end, still waiting to get paperwork request on that end back. And as far as getting information like her mugshot and any booking information, the incident report from the incident that got her in the trouble that she's facing now, that one I'm still waiting on, which we already knew we were going to be waiting for a while, because remember I read you the email that I got back from the New York Police Department that said they have up to, like, I think it was like the end of March. And this was like in December when I read it to you. They had up until the end of March to get me that paperwork. So hopefully we'll get that soon if they approve it. Doesn't mean they did or not. So just on playing the waiting game. All right, my friends. That's pretty much everything I have for you guys. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any shout-outs on the StreamYard end. Where can I go to my other comments? Let me see here. There used to be... Am I zoomed in on this thing? Huh. It's weird. I feel like I'm not able to see something. Huh. All right. If I did miss... damn it. I hate when it... Hopefully, I don't think I missed... Okay, yeah. I don't think I missed any shout-outs, but if I did, I really apologize. I don't see any on this end, but it's not showing me the chat box where it usually... Maybe that's because nobody did. So usually if there's like I think a donation, it shows it to you that there's another like box here because I don't see it. So I think I'm assuming the reason I don't see it because nothing came in. So we don't have any shout-outs to get through. I am going to call it a night. So I want to say a huge thank you to everybody for taking your time out of your Tuesday night. Seemed like a lot longer. Just going on about 2 hours now for this 2-hour stream tonight. Again, thank you to all my friends on the East Coast for taking time out of your night. I know it's getting late there now. Thank you to everybody for watching. We'll see you on the next one. As always, please stay vigilant. Keep that head on a swivel. Check your 6 every once in a while. Please take some time to love somebody, even if it's yourself. I love you guys as always. Stay safe, my friends. I'll see you on the next stream. We've got a busy February planned out for the channel as far as court coverage. And then, like I said, possibly some IRL trips February. Wait and see what we get back as far as requests. And hopefully we can wrap up our fundraiser by next month. And I'll keep you guys updated. Leave those notifications on so you know when that breaking news comes up. Also, when you know when when our next broadcast is going to pop up. But like I said, if I get any updates for tomorrow's 2 hearings or I hear anything else from anything else we're covering, I'll let you guys know either as a live breaking news update or I'll hit it up. I'll post something on the community tab. Before I leave, for those of you that are still here, how is the microphone level? How is the audio? I know we're not, podcast quality here yet, okay, like Joe Rogan podcast quality, but I think a lot better than what we were working with before. Would you agree? Should I be here closer? Or was this a good distance? Could you guys hear all right? I think I can hear myself pretty okay on the headphones. Like I said, I also was able to, because I have it now connected through the digital way, not the analog way, through the mixer. I was able to change some settings. So I was able to add like a dampener, digital dampener. They call it a pad or something that keeps pretty much from it distorting. So that would keep me from getting too loud and then it crackles. So hopefully it was good. Sounds great. Thank you. Awesome. Audio left perfect. Cool. Thank you, DJ Darren. All right, you guys. I hope you guys have a great evening. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your night. Hope you guys find some awesome stuff to watch on YouTube. And we'll see you on the next one. Don't take those headphones off or lower that volume. NJ Courts is officially out. I didn't even see you there, Rio. Of here. Peace, everybody. Catch you on the next one. Oh, wait. Don't leave yet. I forgot to share you this clip. I have to share the clip of the night. We're always going to have a clip of the night. Don't leave, don't leave, don't leave. We're always going to do a clip of the night. This is going to be a short one, okay? As a matter of fact, I'm going to be sharing this off of another news station. If you're really interested in this clip or more news about this, what you're going to watch, it's like a 2-minute clip. Just 2 minutes of your time. I highly encourage you to look up the story. Bunch of stories about it on YouTube, okay? You guys ready for this shit? This shit's nuts. Especially for my gun people.
Very honest. Oh, you okay? Put the gun down.
A driver is accidentally shot in the leg by a police officer during a traffic stop. This is body camera video of the incident that happened last month in Jacksonville, Florida. The driver was pulled over for allegedly running a red light.
He blew that red light.
The light was yellow and turned red when I went on.
It was red when he blew it.
It was yellow.
Okay. Well, I saw it. It was red.
While the officer was speaking to the driver from the passenger window, he asked,
You got anything crazy in the car?
Yeah.
What you got?
citing safety reasons, he asked the driver to step out so they can remove the gun from his person. The driver complied. As Officer Mindy Cardwell removed the gun, it went off.
You okay? Put the gun down.
The officers then rushed to render first aid to the driver. An internal investigation revealed that Officer Cardwell had unintentionally put pressure on the trigger, causing the gun to go off, shooting the driver in the leg. Cardwell was charged with incompetence and fired, police said. The driver was taken to the hospital to be treated for his wound. This is Inside Edition Digital.
Pretty crazy, huh? Hold on, let me shut that audio off from there. Okay. I can tell you from just doing the little research following up to that story, it appears that that individual that was injured and shot has now sought an attorney and has now filed a civil lawsuit in court. Or I don't know if civil, a lawsuit in court. I'm sure it is civil. So, yeah, I'm assuming he's probably going to be getting a pretty good payday for what happened. And luckily, the guy's alive because I don't know if you guys saw that tourniquet that was applied. If you guys actually watch the full body cam video of what happened, which is available, you can hear that it pretty much looks like he was bleeding out of one of his major arteries. And if they didn't have a tourniquet or apply one, he could have bled out real easy, okay? So that guy's probably lucky to be alive, even from just something that looks like, I mean, it looks simple, but even just getting shot in the leg is serious, okay? And it's not simple. That shit sucks. That would hurt, okay? But yeah, that guy's definitely gonna be getting a payday from that. And it sounds like I didn't even listen to the end. I didn't know that they had already disciplined the officer, and it sounds like she's been fired. But remember, in the law enforcement field, when you get fired from one agency, it still doesn't mean that you can't get hired by another one. So just keep that in mind. Just saying. Not saying that that's going to happen or has happened, but again, if you want to follow up on that story, plenty of channels that have started covering that, including, I guess now with the post outcome of, or I guess the post result, or I don't. I'm all over the place right now. Either way, I guess the guy's now is going to sue, and you can find out what all the news is going on about that, whether he wins the case or not, and what the results of his lawsuit comes out to be. So, all right, now you guys can have a nice night. NJ Courts is officially out. Peace!